What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Moth, and today I'm gonna hit y'all with my thoughts on this new RJ Payne and Stu Bangas album entitled My Life is a Movie. RJ Payne, he's a prolific Philly rapper who drops multiple projects annually. He is an artist known for his hard bars of pain, but he's proven himself to also be very adept at storytelling and crafting very cohesive conceptual albums. Now, his new project, My Life is a Movie, is already his fourth of the year, and my favorite of his 22 releases thus far have been If Cocaine Could Talk 7, Nino's Revenge, primarily due to his creative storytelling throughout. But this new project is produced entirely by the Boston producer Stu Bangas, who recently did an album with Capadonna that I enjoy. Now, Stu Bangas has been an underground producer that you can count on to have a wide variety of eclectic beats. I'm not familiar with this whole catalog, but I like what I've heard from him recently. This whole project is narrated by one of the great New York mixtape DJs, the bounce master DJ Doo-Wop from the Bronx, who serves as RJ Payne's trusted and knowledgeable tour guide. And if you collected mixtapes from the 90s, then you will know that DJ Doo-Wop is most famous for his 95 live mixtape as well as his Summer Jam series. But on this project, DJ Doo-Wop takes RJ Payne around New York City for 7 days, showing him all the hip-hop landmarks, neighborhoods, and tourist attractions if you are a hip-hop head. It's really the dream vacation, but one that I have personally been on. I mean, without a tour guide as cool as Doo-Wop, not only to New York, but other cities as well. While some folks would rather be on the beach, I'd rather be going to a city, checking out the hood, checking out some museums, eating, shopping, linking with some women, you know, turning up a little. Not as much as RJ Payne did on this project, but you know, that's just what I do on vacation. But getting back to the album, My Life is a Movie. It contains 14 tracks lasting approximately 28 minutes. With that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with this track by track breakdown. The opener, Home Sweet Home, is a skit where Doo-Wop talks about being back home in the greatest city of the world and how he's getting ready to take RJ Payne on his tour. So he decides to start things off with Central Park, which leads to the first actual song, Central Park Vibes, where we get RJ Payne painting a picture of chilling in Central Park over this rich and classy boom bap beat that does give off an early fall morning in the park feel. RJ Payne talks reflecting, smoking, and meeting fans in the park who were inspired by him. So as a whole, it's a solid opener that paints a clear picture. Track 3 is Time Hotel, which has a luxurious but nocturnal beat. It's basically RJ Payne rapping about checking into a hotel with a shorty and a friend, shopping for Tim's and eating at a restaurant paid for by the women, mind you. So he's on his smooth player shit and letting us know that it ended in a good night as he remembers nothing but liquor, weed, thighs, and ass cheeks. Now, track 4, Little Italy, has this drumless symphonic beat that is pretty mafioso. It's a fitting backdrop for a song titled Little Italy. RJ Payne raps, street codes, you know we follow directly. Mulberry Street, home of Joey Gallo and Lefty. It was also the location of the headquarters of John Gotti's infamous social club, the Raven Knight. But on this one, RJ Payne talks about his trip to Little Italy for lunch and how the girls wanted to molest him, but he was more focused on taking in the vibe of the place where Donnie Brasco was filmed. And the Scorsese classic Mean Streets was filmed there as well. Track 5 is Vintage Brooklyn with DJ Doo-Wop, who talks about the good old days of Canal Street and rappers rocking Chuck jewelry before he takes RJ Payne into Flatbush Ave, which is followed up by Brooklyn Love, where we get a lush and colorful piano and synth beat. RJ Payne is showing love to the County of Kings, where he has relatives who he spends the day with. He raps, visit the sty, you know, it's lit in July. My cousin got the brownstone. We talk shit and get high. So this one was all about spreading love the Brooklyn way over a really attractive, flavorful beat. Afterwards is the Q Burrow skit where doo-wop drives RJ Payne into Queens, bumping Mobb Deep's Eye for an Eye, and I can't think of a better song to ride into Queens with. This transitions into Jamaica Ave, which has moodier boom bap production. And on this one, RJ Payne talks dwelling in Queens for the day, shopping at the Coliseum after being warned not to, because it might be a little dangerous, but he doesn't care because he's strapped up and living his best life on vacation. Then there is Long Island Expressway, where RJ Payne's giving a tour of Long Island. He talks about making a stop in Wyandanch, the home of the legends Eric B. and Rakim. The following song, Top Down in Harlem, is set to some plush and wavy synthesizers that gives off that cruising on uptown blocks on a summer day feel. And it is on this song where RJ Payne pays homage to the Harlem legend and late great DJ K Slay. RJ Payne raps, "My street dudes hold your AKs high. Hip hop culture took a loss the day that K Slay died. Nobody did it like the God or could say that they tried. The first to put me on the radio that ain't play sides." So it was very dope to hear RJ Payne give DJ K Slay his flowers and also trim the bouquet on top of this luxurious funky beat. Track 11 is the D Train Skit, where doo-wop takes Payne on the subway to the Bronx to experience and soak in some hip-hop landmarks. And this shifts directly into Bronx Tale, which has a bluesy and syrupy loop. Payne raps, "I'm trying to work a little, shop a little, did my research. This is the birthplace of hip hop, and I did this for Herc." So he did the knowledge and understands the importance of the Bronx because it birthed this whole rap shit almost 50 years ago. The second and last song is Staten Island Vibes, which is built around a soulful flute-like beat that is very pretty. Payne raps about linking up with his pal Jojo Pellegrino, visiting Stapleton Heights, and just living life, vibing, rolling up, smoking. He does mention weed a lot on this album. But then he acknowledges that it's back to reality on the last track, The Checkout, where he sums up his whole trip over this orchestral backdrop. He talks about having a hell of a time, but now is back to the grind, a part of his job that he loves, as he mentions really loving every minute of his journey as a rapper. So overall, I give this project a rating of 4 mics. I thought it was another cohesive and cinematic release from Payne that was executed very well. I like the addition of DJ Doo-Wop as the tour guide. Not only did he add a layer of authenticity, but he has the voice of someone associated with the old New York. I like the respect and the homage that was paid to hip-hop legends throughout and all the nostalgia associated with the 5 boroughs. I also dug RJ Payne's continued ability to tell these creative stories. Not enough rappers really put this much thought into making these kinds of conceptual projects, where storytelling is the main component. In addition, I thought the Stu Bangas production was solid all the way through. Instrumentally, it was much smoother and more laid back than I expected, which wasn't a bad thing, although I do recall moments where I wished some of the production could have been a little more up-tempo. But as a whole, it's a strong release that showcases Payne's hunger and his consistency as an artist, as well as his knack for turning his lifestyle into a movie. My favorite tracks include Central Park Vibes, Brooklyn Love, Long Island Expressway, Top Down in Harlem, and The Checkout. Let me know what you thought about this album in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and please subscribe. As always, it's peace and blessings. RJ Payne, Stu Bangas, My Life is a Movie 1.